All right, so you decided you want to get jacked. You looked at all the Instagram posts out there. You saw your favorite Instagram inspiration. Like, okay, I'm going to attach that to the wall and start working out. And you're like, wait, I'm following what they're doing, training, nutrition, but I'm not getting jacked. So what's the problem? A lot of people that you follow on Instagram or social media or YouTube, whatever that platform is, are not telling you or give you the reason why they got jacked in the first place is because they're not trying to get jacked anymore. Most of them are just maintaining what they've been working so hard for the last few years. And they wouldn't tell you because I know right now, because getting in shape or looking shredded is like the hot thing to sell. And you, the younger individual that just starting your fitness journey, like, oh, I want to do exactly that, just look like that. But what they're going to tell you, what they're not going to tell you is they've been doing this specific thing that you're not doing for years. Then they decided, you know what, it's time for me to actually maintain what I'm having. And that number one thing is they spend a lot of time in a beating the caloric surplus. They spend a lot of time adding a couple of fats on their frame, and now they reach a spot they just want to maintain what they're having. They're not going to tell you that because that's not sexy. Everybody wants to get shredded, everybody wants to run faster, but you don't want to spend the time being the caloric surplus to build your fitness or to build those lean tissue mass to get you to a spot where you want to be like, okay, I can maintain. So I'm here to tell you that you need to be in the caloric surplus for you to get jacked, for you to run faster, for you to build fitness. With the exception of if you start in this process and maybe you have a lot of body fat, you want to go on a cut first, then you want to get to a spot where you want to maintain. Guess what happens when you're trying to maintain? You have to increase your calories and eat a little bit more food that you were eating while you're in a deficit. But Sam, I know I need to eat a lot of food, but I just don't, I don't have the time, or I don't know what to eat, or just eating a lot of food is a chore for me. I get that all the time. And actually that's one of the biggest questions that I get a lot of time, which drives me to the point of this whole video. So if you are a busybody, you don't have the time, I got you. If you feel like eating a lot of food is a chore, I got you. If you just don't know what to eat, I got you, and this video is for you. Before I jump into the first tip, this definitely needs a little bit of background story. So back in college, when I first started my fitness journey, I knew at the time that I need to eat a lot of food. And I used to go to buffets all the time to the point where it became a chore. And also I wasn't sure exactly what the types of food that I need to eat. So I went ahead and purchased a meal replacement shake. It's supposed to be a max gainer. That's supposed to help you put on size, put a lot of calories. But the downside to that is the ingredients was not from real foods. It was a powdered form from carbs. And what that does to your stomach is it just tears up your stomach, and had this 3 giant wheelbarrow looking scoops that you have to kind of plug your nose. You feel stuffed. It was just not a lot of, I did it, but looking back now, what I'm about to show you, I wish I had that back when I first started. What you guys are looking at is BPN's Strong Food. So this is a meal replacement, and the beauty of this, the reason why I wish I had this when I first started my fitness journey was because, one, it doesn't mess up your stomach. It's actually made out of real foods. Again, let me read some of the ingredients to you. The ingredients on this is 1, gluten-free oat powder, sweet potato powder, whey protein, pea protein, cinnamon, pink Himalayan sea salt, flaxseed, chia powder, milk powder, and naturally sweet. Like I said, I wish I had this when I first started, just because, it's 1, it sits well in the stomach, and 2, allows me to get at least a decent amount of calories in a short period of time, which takes little to no prep. So let me show you a quick ingredient, a quick snack, the way I like to implement this. And I'm gonna show you something that you're not gonna believe how many calories is in this small food choices. So if your goal, or if some of your challenges to adding more calories in is, 1, it feel like it's a chore, or 2, you feel like you're a busybody, you don't have the time, this would definitely solve that problem for you. So what you guys are looking at is a strong food sludge. What we have here is just 3 scoops, because that's the serving size, and that's 40 grams of protein, 46 grams of carbs, and 14 fats, totaling to 470 calories. And again, all the ingredients here is from natural food sources. That's one of the things I like about this, and one of the biggest reasons why this food right here doesn't really mess up your stomach, because you actually have raw ingredients in them. So back to the sludge. So this alone is 470 calories from 3 scoops, and have a cup of milk. Of course, you can make that to the level of consistency that you want, and this is how I like to make mine. What I like to pair with this is some rice cakes. So I just break that apart and I dip that in this, and that is how I like to use my strong foods. So this is the consistency right here. Again, you can make that as consistent as thick or running as you want, and I like to pair that with some rice cake. As you're watching this video right now, the strong food is officially live. The first link in the description would lead you to cop yours. So if you are struggling, if you're a busybody, you don't have enough time, you just want to make something real quick, you want to throw it into a shake, you want to make a sludge real quick, that is something that would definitely get your hands on, and it would change the game for you. So what is the total calories in this? You have 590 calories from the sludge alone, and you add an additional 44 grams of carbs with that. I mean, that's easily close to 600 calories in this small, tiny little bowl right here. So if your challenge a lot of times is, oh yeah, I cannot get a lot of food in, I'm just feel too stuffed, 600 calories from this small volume alone is a game changer. That's something you cannot miss out on. Again, the link will be in the description, the first link in the description if you want to cop one, and it's officially live on the website. So let me show you another adjustment that you can make to make sure you are performing at your best. So this portion of the video is for people that know exactly, what they want to do. You need to eat a lot of food, but you just don't know the adjustment that you need to make. So something I would tell you that most people don't realize is your brain is shaped or formed in a way that you think of things in a massive, grand level, on a macro level. You don't really think of things from a small level. In this situation, some of the adjustments that you need to make are typically on a smaller level. Adjustments like if you normally eat strawberries on your days in terms of fruit, you want to sub that strawberry for things like bananas and apples, just because they're more calorically dense. When it comes to protein choices, for instance, if you normally eat like grilled chicken all the time, you want to sub that for one, either a fattier protein source like a ground beef or a chicken thigh, for instance, because they have more fats in them, and fats have more calories than carbs and protein. And if you normally have carb sources like a lower carb source, for instance, if you normally like wheat bread, you want to trade that for like a bagel or like a higher caloric and dense food. So a lot of things, a lot of adjustments and changes that you need to make are typically small in nature. They're not a grand gesture. So just to wrap this video up, I know some of the things that a lot of people typically would say is, wow, but yeah, it's easy for you to do because you are a fitness influencer or whatever you want to call it. No, I'm a regular guy like most of you guys. I have a day job, I have a family, I get busy. So that's why something like a strong food is definitely something that I would highly recommend, because it's definitely changed the game for me, just because sometimes I'm just running busy. I don't have time to meal prep or get my food together. 3 scoops in the bag and I'm out the door. So the first link again to that will be in the description, and you can definitely copy yours. And also, if you are struggling, you just don't know exactly what to use or what kind of application you need to change or what kind of macros or nutrition you need to adjust, I gave you some of like some of like quick, easy adjustment that you can make in your daily nutrition, and that again will change the game. So again, remember, most of the changes you need to make, or most of the adjustment that you need to make, are typically not in the gym. Most of the adjustment that you need to make comes to your nutrition. And for you to be the strongest version of yourself, you need to allow yourself to be in a position to train hard, to recover well, and have the right proper nutrition that you need to be your strongest self. This is SAMOKFIT from SAMOKFIT. Hope this video has been very helpful, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.